The stock shift knob on Logitech shifters has a fairly cheap plastic fill, but thankfully there are a few different ways you can swap this out. The stock knob is very easy to remove just by popping off the H-pattern plastic and undoing the Phillips head screw inside. Once that's undone, it slides right off, and I'd suggest popping the plastic back on here so you don't lose the screw. Here's the first way to adapt a new shifter. Inside this package I have another package, but inside this package is an adapter made for the Logitech systems. This gives you an M12 by 1.25 thread for your aftermarket shifter, the same thread that Subarus have. Although I do have concerns about such a small amount of metal to carry the weight of a shifter and get beat on. But speaking of Subarus, this is the shifter I use with my WRX. This is a likewise shifter, extension and thread adapter, and this thread adapter goes onto this thread adapter, although it did create a bit of an annoyance having two lots of thread adapters to put this all together. The thread for the Logitech adapter also doesn't have an end on the thread. I had to screw the likewise adapter into the extension and then put it all together. That's where I found out it definitely wasn't meant to have this much weight to carry, but I'm sure that would be fixed if I took the extension out so the weight wasn't so high up, but I was too lazy for that. The way that I have been running my shifter in the past is just with a generic eBay shift knob. These generally come with a variation of plastic threads so that you can put them on almost any thread. So what I've done is get one that's just that little bit too small, and then done something similar to how your parents made you. After that little demonstration, it can then be pushed onto the lever. I've had this sort of setup for quite a few years now and never had any issues with it, and it's seen some really rough driving as well. The last alternative I have seen is a combination of both of these. I don't have one, but by the looks of it, it slips over like the sleeve idea, but probably has a much better fit and then is secured with a screw in the factory hole. If anyone has any experience with one of these, feel free to let us know in the comments. I would say it's definitely worth at least one of these options. Which one? It's up to you. I wouldn't run a weighted shifter or drive aggressively with that little metal adapter, so I prefer the more hacked way of filing out a plastic thread. Or if you already have a shift knob and know its thread will fit one of these sleeves, that might be the more professional way to do the swap. I'll be doing more updates and mods to my Logitech setup very soon, so be sure to follow for future videos, and I'll see you in the next one.